So I went to Tokyo a few days ago, and of course, the trip wouldn't be complete if I didn't get some puzzles there. I actually did go to Japan a few months ago too, and I did grab some puzzles back then, but I wasn't able to show or review most of them on the channel, so over the next few weeks, we'll go through all of them together, and we will be starting with this one, the IQ Digits puzzle. So this puzzle is from Smart Games, and this version I have is from Dream Blossom. I got this one for 1,970 yen, which is like $13 to $14 at the time of recording. This one I got from Yodobashi Camera, which is this huge store that caters mostly to tech stuff, but they also have hobby-related items, including puzzles. On the side of the box, we can already see how this puzzle works. It's basically a 2D packing puzzle that has pieces that are shaped like numbers. The top of the box just shows another photo of the puzzle, and on the other side, we see some details. So this is recommended for kids at least 7 years old, and it includes 120 challenges, which I think is pretty reasonable for the price. The rest of the box just shows more details about the companies that made this puzzle and some more information in Japanese about how to play this. Inside the box is this plastic container for the puzzle, which includes this catalog of the other puzzles from the same brand. They make a lot of puzzles, and these range from the ones that's really for smaller kids to the challenging ones for adults. We also have this instruction sheet in Japanese and another instruction sheet in a lot of different languages. Then we have this main booklet that shows the game rules in English. So basically, the goal is to put all of the pieces in the container based on a configuration provided by the booklet. Now, some of the challenges in the booklet may show how other pieces should be placed, but in other more advanced cases, the booklet may also show the sums of the numbers that should be placed in certain sections. The challenges range from starter to junior to expert and to master. And at the end of the booklet, we have the solutions. So now let's put these extra stuff aside and let's take a look at the puzzle. The quality of the puzzle is really good. The plastic used for it looks and feels nice, and the texture doesn't look cheap at all. If we remove all of the puzzle pieces, we can check the case out, which has these embossed parts that fit into the puzzle pieces. This is so that once a piece is placed, it's held in that position. I also noticed that the 6 and 9 puzzle pieces have this groove that determines which one is which. These pieces have the same shape, so technically they're interchangeable, but I'll show you in a bit why this is important. Let's first try the simplest challenge in this puzzle, so let's go for challenge number 1. We start with placing the pieces as shown in the booklet, and then we're left with a few more pieces to place. This is a very easy one, but it helps set the mindset for the rest of the challenges. We can start with the biggest piece left, which is 8, and from there, the rest is intuitive. Next, let's try a junior challenge, and I want to try number 31, mainly because it's a good mix of placed pieces and some sums, plus it already places the 8 piece on the board. So these sums are also boxed in by some lines, and those lines indicate the shape of the pieces around that section. So first off, this corner shows a sum of 5, and since we already have 1 here, of course we're looking for the 4 piece, and we know how it's oriented because of the lines in the clue. Then this other corner clearly needs the 5 piece because that's the only one that can add up to 13 with 8. And then here's where it's important to know which one is 9 and which one is 6, because knowing that this is 9 helps us with figuring out what needs to go in this space to meet the sum in the clue. So that's 7, then we have a 3 in the corner with a sum that's also 3, so clearly the piece next to it is a 0. Then after that, we're left with just 2 more pieces. Let's deal with a bigger one first, which can only be placed on the board here. And lastly, the 2 piece completes the puzzle. Now, I'm pretty curious about the purpose of the sums in the challenge. Are they there to help the solver more, or are they there to make sure that you arrive at a specific solution? Because some puzzles can be interchangeable if they only provided the initially placed pieces. So, as an experiment, let's try solving this without the sums. I'm going to start with the 6 piece because it's the biggest in the remaining ones, and I'm placing it here for now, where we know the 5 was in the original solution. So from here, I'll try to experiment with the rest of the pieces to see if I can come up with another solution. It seems like I can't find another way to fit them all in though, but let me know in the comments if you have another solution. Based on this though, it seems like the sums are there to help the solver further, not to specify a certain configuration. This can still be tested with the more complex challenges too, so that may not necessarily apply to all the clues. There are also challenges with just the sums, so in these cases, of course, the sums are really there to help you arrive at a specific solution. So there you have it. This is the IQ Digits puzzle. I think this is an enjoyable puzzle with challenges that can be fun for people with different skill levels. And that's a great puzzle in my book. This is the last puzzle review on the channel for 2023, but we have so many more puzzles to review next year. In the meantime, check out this other puzzle video on your screen right now.